Hey guys, Jamie Pop here. So, before I begin, this is not going to be one of my normal videos because this is a video for a school project. So, it will be scripted, but not completely scripted. Like right now, I'm off script, explaining to you that it's not going to be completely scripted. I also got in contact with another YouTuber who is a good friend and a master editor. His name is Brian, and he worked with me on this project for over 2 months with me. So thank you, Brian. I really appreciate the help. Just to be clear, he kind of gave me some tips and pointers on what to do, kind of like the green screen. Like right now, I'm in a news station. Yay! I will be sure to list Brian's channel in the end page and in the description down below, so be sure to check his channel out. Also, because of the long time frame, we will need to record in chunks, so the background lighting and video quality may jump around a little bit. This video is going to be on a local subject for me, the 2018 Wisconsin gubernatorial election. Now, I am only going to be focusing on the two main parties, Democratic and Republican. The two nominees have already been elected. The Republican nominee is incumbent, which means he is already in the position, which is Scott Walker. And the Democratic nominee is Tony Evers. The election will be held November 6, 2018. According to WisconsinVote.org, Tony Evers was elected state superintendent of public instruction for Wisconsin in April 2009. He was born and raised in Plymouth, Wisconsin, and graduated from Plymouth High School. He attended the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where he earned his bachelor's degree in 1973. He went on to earn a master's degree in 1976 and a doctorate in 1986. He has served the citizens of Wisconsin for over 34 years as a teacher, principal, superintendent, regional administrator, and deputy state superintendent. Also from WisconsinVote.org, I found out that Scott Walker grew up in Delavan, Wisconsin. His father, Lou, was a pastor, and his mother, Pat, was a secretary and bookkeeper. Scott's first job was washing dishes at the Countryside restaurant. He then flipped hamburgers at McDonald's, but no matter the job, he always carried with him the work ethic modeled for him in his youth. In school, he was active in sports, band, church, and achieved the rank of Eagle Scout, and Boy Scouts. In 1985, he attended the American Legion's Badger Boys State program, and this drew him to public service. In 1993, he was elected to the Wisconsin State Assembly, and in 2002, he became the first Republican to be elected Milwaukee County Executive. On January 3, 2011, Scott Walker was inaugurated as the 45th governor of Wisconsin. One of his first reforms, Act 10, helped eliminate the state's $3.6 billion budget deficit without raising taxes or cutting health care for those in need. It gave schools and local governments the tools to balance budgets without massive layoffs seen in other states. So far, the reforms have saved taxpayers nearly $5 billion. According to Wisconsin State Journal, Governor Scott Walker's reinsurance plan to curb premium increases on the Affordable Care Act marketplace was approved by the federal government in July. Democratic gubernatorial candidate Tony Evers says he would take the Affordable Care Act's full Medicaid expansion, which Walker refused. That would bring more federal money to the states. Health coverage is the third most important issue among voters in the states, behind economy and K-12 education, according to a Marquette Law School poll the week of August 18th. Healthcare systems want stability, said Eric Borgerding, CEO of the Wisconsin Hospital Association. It's been a fairly challenging year or two of uncertainty, he said. According to TonyEvers.com, Tony supports the raising of minimum wages to $15 an hour and indexing to inflation. According to Journal Sentinel, when asked how he would replace WEDC, Evers said he would work with legislators to disband the agency and return the majority of economic development dollars to local communities and regional organizations. In Walker's first 7 years in office, Governor Scott Walker presided over the increase of 213,000 private sector jobs in Wisconsin, short of the 250,000 new jobs the Republican promised in his first 4 years in office. According to PolitiFact, if you've noticed any TV ads in the race for governor, chances are they've been about a teacher who was fired but then rehired after viewing inappropriate content at school. And what state school superintendent Tony Evers, the Democratic candidate for governor, should have done about it. Both Republican governors Scott Walker and the state GOP have repeatedly run ads using the case to portray Evers as failing to protect kids. In return, the Evers campaign released an ad slamming the State Department of Corrections under Walker. The ad stars former Corrections Secretary Ed Wald, who was appointed to the post by Walker. Under Scott Walker, the Department of Corrections has only 18 people tracking 25,000 sex offenders, and there are nearly 30,000 sex offenders that are unaccounted for, Wald says in an ad for Evers. And now for the conclusion. Winner Tony Evers is the Democratic nominee, or now the governor. He supports the raise of minimum wage to $15 an hour, according to TonyEvers.com. He says that he will take the Affordable Care Act's full Medicaid expansion, according to Wisconsin State Journal, and has been accused of letting a teacher keep her teaching license after looking at inappropriate material on a school device. Also, from other sources that I have acquired via word, like my dad, he also is planning on releasing half of the prison system into the state. Scott Walker has helped eliminate the $3.6 billion budget deficit and has saved taxpayers $5 billion, according to WisconsinVote.org. Governor Scott Walker's reassurance plan to curb premium increases on the Affordable Care Act marketplace was approved by federal government in July, according to State Journal. To be honest, I would have preferred if Scott Walker won, just to see if he could continue to save us more and more on our taxes. Thank you, and this has been my video. According to WisconsinVote.org, Tony Evers was elected. According to WisconsinVote.org, Tony Evers was elected In 1985,